Okay, hello, hi, this is Rani Ahmed with you, and in this little tutorial, and it's an add-up on what we have learned a little bit about using table list with a database. Now this time I'm going to use a comma separated values file, a CSV file. You can create this one using Excel. You can make your this one using any simple text editor, and it will be a text similar to this. So this is a CSV file, and this format of data is called a CSV file. Okay, it's comma separated values. So the values here are separated with a semicolon or a tab key, single tab key, or maybe a comma. There is a separator here, or what we call also a delimiter. Sometimes it can be a colon. Okay. Now, the way that we are going to read this file is as follows. This is the algorithm. I'm going to show you the code that you saw a little bit a moment earlier. So you read the whole file, okay? Then you split the what you read and what you preserved a little bit in the memory, okay? And you split that preservation, okay, into separate lines using the end of line marker here, which you don't see, of course, which is the /n. So imagine here on each line there is a /n, okay, a hidden /n, okay. And then each line I'm going to split it using the semicolon. And by the way, when you make a CSV file, it's best to use the semicolon, okay, because you don't usually often use it in your like in your text, okay. So you usually, for example, use a comma and a full stop maybe and a colon, okay. That's what you usually use, and maybe a double quote, you know, but usually don't use the semicolon, which is the comma with a dot on the top. So you split it with the semicolon, okay. So splitting it with based on the semicolon will help me get in each line the fields of the table that we see here. So it's like a table here. So this is the CSV file, it's a table. So back to the code, okay. Of course, we start with asking for a table list. It's the same code that we had previously, but with a change that we want to use a table list, okay. And I left the keyword entry. It's here in this current situation of the code. It's useless, okay. It's not used at all, but the button is there and the table list is there, okay. So yeah, so I don't want to make you like intrigued or think a lot about how will it look. So if I run the code and if I press search table, which will mean it will run this procedure over here. Let me put this always on top so you know. So it will run the search table procedure, this blue space here, okay. And here, just clicking this, the entry keyword here is already there, but it's meaningless, okay, as I said. So if I click it, it will populate the table list with the data that are already inside the CSV file. So if you match here, there's a food here, there's a food here, and it ends with the cars. See, in both sides, same numbering. So back to the code, let's explain it. As I said, we package require the table list, so we include the table list. And here at the bottom, before I explain the search table, this is the table list, okay. And let me increase this, okay, make it like better or maybe 20, just to make it wider. Save it, close this and rerun it. Okay, and here again. Okay, so this is always on top. So what I mean is this is a table list, okay, that I've made, okay, and then I define the entry. So this is the table list, then this is the entry, then this is my button, and see the packing order of the three widgets. The table list, entry, button is the same way they are set here. So table list, entry, and then a search table. Cool. Okay, now you press the button. Okay, there's a command associated with this search table. So you go to my table, delete, end, when I call the search table procedure, of course. So as I said before, you must clean up the table before adding things to this table list. Otherwise, if you don't put this, it will end up like not rewriting. I mean, like it will add it up repeatedly. Okay, so what you have already added from the previous search, for example, let's say we're searching, you'll have it listed twice or more. Okay. So next thing is I open the file, the text file. The CSV is usually a simple text file, like the file that you use in your scripts. Okay, and then open test.csv. So test.csv is a text file, okay, called test.csv. Okay, and R is a flag for reading. You can see the manual of TCL, see the rest of those. There's an R, there's a W, there's a R plus, A plus, A. Okay, this is just the way you read and write and append to the file. Okay, but all we need here is just reading the file. Okay, now here's, as I said, the splitting of the file. So the command here, read $fp. FP here is a variable that represents the handle made by open. Okay, so it's like just a pointer to the file between us. Okay, just imagine that it's just a pointer to the file's test.csv. Okay, so I read the whole file using this command. Okay, it has another option here, dash new non-new line, if you don't want the data or the file be dumped to you with the new lines. Okay, new line characters, the /n, but we here need them so we can make the rows here inside the table list. Okay, so that's why we split it with a /n. Okay, so I get like a list of lines. Okay, I mean a list variable of lines. Okay, and I call it lines. So and this holds the lines, okay, in the file. Okay, but I'm just using the table list as a way to explain. Okay, and you match them with the you match it with the file. Okay, now for each line in this set of lines, okay, I'm making a loop here. Okay, so it will loop until it ends the list of lines here. Okay, and for every line that you have in this set of lines, you make a table row, which is the whole table row. But what you do, you have to split it again using the semicolon. Otherwise, if you don't, things will appear just on a single row here. Okay, I mean a single cell inside the record ID only. Okay, so it will be, let me show you. Let's say instead of this, and of course I use the my table list insert, I use, for example, $line instead, because without splitting, that is. So if I just search table, so you see things are set just in the record ID field. So I have to split again just to get the data in its correct place. Okay, so again, and here is searching table. Oh, sorry. I have to open this code. So searching table again. So see every word in its place. Okay. And so on. It will loop over them, and that's it. So if you want to take every field alone, you will have to do such lines of code. So for example, just imagine that this one is something like this. Okay, so if you want the first field, you have to use, for example, set ID, the variable ID, to take from the fields. Okay, and the fields here means the table row. So I should have changed it to table row, doesn't matter. So let's imagine table row is the fields. Okay, so set ID from the table row, okay, the first field, okay, and so on for the name, so on for the price. Okay, so this is the ID, this is the name, this price. Okay, so that's it. And this way you can, for example, use the keyword entry, okay, to match in every field whatever you want. Okay, yeah, so that's it. And thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, please click the ads, support me. Please also click the likes, type your comments, and that's all. Keep watching. Thanks. Good luck.